Welcome to the Next Step Fantasy Football Podcast, where we help you take the next...
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Next Step Fantasy Football Podcast. My name is Jake, once again joined by my friend Jordan. Jordan, how you doing?
Very good.
Just living the dream.
Happy Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. Coming at you on a middle of the day on a Christmas Eve so that we can make sure we get an episode out before game starts tomorrow, which is Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. Jordan, you're working today, aren't you?
Don't tell my boss.
Oh, well, hopefully
I am working.
I hope that they are a avid listener and they're watching this live right now.
Listener of the
They're,
pod,
they're currently typing your termination letter. They're like, oh, he has a baby on the way. Don't care.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, no, it's all right. We're taking a little break here so we can.
Hey, everybody's allowed a lunch break.
Exactly right. Thank you for saying that, Jake.
Everybody is allowed a lunch break. Don's in the chat. We're live on YouTube right now for second to last time if you want to get all sad. I know. He says, hey guys, I'm sad and this is the last show. It's not the last show. It's not the last show. We got one more.
We have our Book It episode.
We got the Book It episode.
Bring it home. Yeah, bring it home.
He said, but as a loyal listener since episode 1, I want to thank you for the great fun shows, the fun league, the guest appearances, and connecting fans of your show and fantasy sports together, creating great new friendships that will surely last a lifetime. Oh,
I love that.
Oh,
thanks for listening.
Don.
Thanks for following.
What a guy. What a guy. But no need for tears yet. The job is not done. Jordan.
Correct.
Did you make any championship rounds or games?
I sure did. Yep. I'm in one championship round and I'm in a third place game.
Yes, Jordan, in the home league, you've made it.
Correct. I snuck into the playoffs as the 6th seed, and now I'm in the championship. So
And that's all it takes. I believe in the
how many times have I said that? All you got to do is make the playoffs.
I believe in the auction league. The guy I'm going up against, it was the 6th place. He was 6-8 and made the playoffs.
Yeah, and then he just beat me. To play you, Jake.
Yeah,
so,
it was interesting. Got really close. Love close games. Don says he won a championship last night and a $360 prize.
Ooh,
good for you, Don.
That's huge. I love that.
We will take 75% of the credit.
75% of the credit. I thought you were going to say we'll take 75 cents of it because that's how much credit we deserve. And you know what?
75 cents might be high.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So yeah, guys, it is championship week. This is it. The way I look at it is, it's the last week of fantasy. Well, this is the last week of fantasy football.
Sure is. Yep. Because next week being week 18, people rest their players and stuff, so no fantasy.
In most leagues, this is the last week of it.
We're done this week. Yeah.
We will not have fantasy football until September of next year.
You shut your mouth, Jake.
Which is such a shame. Just such a shame. But yeah, we're here. We're gonna tell you the guys we kind of like this week. We got some weird games at different times this week, though, right?
Yeah, let me just break that down. So tomorrow, Wednesday, Christmas Day, there's 2 games: Chiefs at Steelers, Ravens at Texans. Then there's the normal Thursday night game a day later, Seahawks at Bears. Then we have 2 Saturday games: Chargers, Patriots, Broncos, Bengals. Then we get all of our Sunday games, so the full slate of Sunday games, and then a Monday night game as well. And so when we're looking at the week, how the drama of a championship week to be spread out over literally 5 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That is just, every day it'll be like, oh my gosh, versus the normal, Sunday being the bulk of the game. So anyway, very, very interesting, but keep an eye on it. And make sure you get your lineup set.
Yes, that's important. You should do it today.
Yeah.
Do it today because you're probably busy tomorrow.
Yep.
So, so Jordan, any injury news to start out? Last injury news, any big ones?
There's only 2 that are worth calling out right now. 1, Tank Dell. Horrific injury.
Disgusting. I don't know if you saw it, but it
dislocated kneecap, torn ACL. Done for the year for sure, and that just breaks my heart. After last year, he had a broken leg, right? That's just because he's awesome, and so keep an eye out on that. Obviously, CJ Stroud might take a hit. Nico Collins is back and seems to be healthy, but again, just when you're looking at Texans who are playing the Ravens, who are a typically bad pass.
It's worth saying that Tank Dell will probably not be ready by next year.
Probably. You're probably right.
You know, there's some future fantasy things to think about for next year. Maybe it might be good value later on. But
yeah, it kind of fits that, the ones that we always talk about. There's DeAndre Hopkins type guys who might be starting the season not playing, and then obviously can find their way back.
Mm-hmm.
The second one I just want to mention is Jalen Hurts. Concussion. Didn't play the rest of the game on Sunday, so that stings for a lot of people who Jalen Hurts was, great QB all year, and so he was probably on a lot of teams that were vying for a playoff spot, and ended up going out, and Kenny Pickett ended up playing the second half. Keep an eye on it. They haven't announced. They said, we'll see, blah, blah, blah. But again, as we're looking at those, at the matchups, right? Because there's Wednesday games, because there's Thursday games, Eagles play on Sunday, you might be like, well, am I going to wait and see what happens, or do I play my other quarterback who's
that's the downside
Justin
of it being
Herbert
spread
who's
around
playing before that. And so
yeah,
definitely something to keep an eye on. Jake, all right, let me ask you.
Yeah.
You have Justin Herbert and Jalen Hurts on your team.
Yeah.
Who do you start this week?
I know you just said it, but when does Justin Herbert play?
He plays Saturday, but just arbitrary quarterback who's playing before Jalen Hurts plays on Sunday, before they announce Jalen Hurts news.
Oh, geez, because I saw Kenny Pickett got hurt too.
Mm-hmm.
Who plays Monday? Is there a Monday?
There is a Monday. Lions 49ers.
Okay, so someone else definitely has both those quarterbacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yikes. It all
That's
depends.
tough. See, that's the spot we're in right now with Jalen Hurts, which is worth talking about.
Or like, what
don't
happens
know.
if you have Mahomes or Hurts? What happens if you have both of them? Mahomes plays tomorrow.
Yeah.
I honestly gotta go the safe option and start Herbert. Because you could just be completely screwed. You could be completely screwed if you don't get that right.
You would be like picking up Michael Penix for a Sunday night game after you hear
your
that
opponent might be picking up Michael Penix.
Yeah, just to block you there.
Just to block you, oh god,
It's a tough spot. It's a tough spot. So anyway, well, hopefully we hear news, within the next couple of days. Then,
but that's the problem. But that's the problem. Like, some people don't have a few days.
Yeah.
So I'm playing what I know you can get, right? Like,
what about this? Geno plays Thursday. Geno Smith, Jalen Hurts. Is it the same?
I feel like you could do this every day going forward.
Every day. Yeah.
Here's the thing. It all depends on who your backup is.
Yeah.
If you have a viable option,
play him.
Because
you gotta.
It's just by day, right? If you have Russell Wilson tomorrow, how about that? What happens if you have Russell Wilson tomorrow or Jalen Hurts?
Oh,
that's the worst case scenario. In that situation, I'm starting Russell Wilson because I know he's going to play.
Yeah, and you just don't know about Jalen Hurts.
But then if you don't hear any Thursday, pretend you have Geno Smith on Friday, and you haven't heard, and he's not practicing, or you just don't. I'm playing Geno, and who plays Saturday? Does anyone play Saturday?
Well, that's the Saturday's Chargers, Patriots, Broncos, Bengals.
And then what happens if you have Herbert? Until you hear something, whoever your backup is, you need to play that.
You're playing that guy.
Unless they're just terrible. What happens if it's like Drake May?
Yeah. What about Caleb Williams, Drake May?
Yeah.
What is rookie? Bo Nix.
Ask on the Facebook page. We'll help you out as we do that. So, for the last time this season, we have 4 guys that we like this week. Starting off with Xavier Worthy, who's finally coming on. Right in time. I think we've had Xavier Worthy on this list 2 or 3 times.
He might be one of the fan favorites on this list, and it's because he consistently outperforms in key spots, right? And so I think that's why. I mean, every time he's been on the list, he's overperformed. So
yeah,
not trying to jinx anything.
Last week finally looked like a go-to target for Patrick Mahomes. Just so fast, man. Watching him run, he's so quick.
The last 2 weeks, he's had 11 targets. I mean, last 2 weeks at 11 targets is that level of is what you want to see. You want to see him as a go-to guy. It's what we love about Travis Kelce, right? He just gets fed targets, and so that's what I like about Xavier Worthy this week. Do you have the graphic, Jake? Are you going to put it up?
Oh, yeah, I do. Sorry. My dog started barking, so I had to mute myself. My bad. Yeah, so Xavier Worthy. We're liking him. Solid. I think he's a wide receiver 3. I think that's his floor, right? But he can give wide receiver 2 numbers. Speaking of guys who were just recently coming on, Keenan Allen. That offense is terrible. But Keenan Allen seems to just be turning back the clock.
I gotta look at. I gotta pull up his stats.
Yeah, pull up those stats. I mean, he has been for the last 3 weeks their number 1 receiver. Adunze's out there fumbling. DJ Moore just catches small screens 8 times a game.
Yeah, look, same story here. It's the high volumes. Right?
Yeah,
13 targets the last 2 weeks against opponents who have stingy defenses. I guess Detroit has a lot of injuries, but like Minnesota is kind of known to be that defense right now that is good and throws, blitzes and things like that. So 13 targets, that's
again
good. Peaking at the right time.
These are flex
wide receiver 3s.
These are
I love it.
wide receiver 3 flex spots, right? These are the kind of guys we're talking here. Which one would you rather start? Would you rather start Worthy or Allen? Yeah. I would almost lean Allen.
But
the touchdown upside is Worthy, right?
The big play upside is definitely Worthy.
What
right?
I'm worried about,
rip off a 60-yard run. Keenan Allen's not doing that. Keenan Allen's,
what I'm worried about with Worthy is it's championship week, and you start him tomorrow on Wednesday, and he is just a dud, and then you're immediately behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
So
you can't think like that though, because what happens if he's sitting on your bench and had
then you go down with that. You go down with that thing.
But anyway,
yes.
No, I
like Keenan Allen.
I like both of them. So yeah.
Go ahead and talk about Kyler.
We got Kyler Murray playing the Rams this week. The Rams, I can't get a good read on them. One week they give up 40 plus points to the Bills, and then the next week their defense seems like it's strong again.
Personally, I'm hoping the Packers play them in the playoffs.
in the first round?
Yeah, I'm hoping that the Rams can pull out a division win here.
yeah, that would be nice. All right, so I guess we're rooting for the Rams in this
because
one.
Cooper Kupp is apparently terrible now. So,
that's why Jake lost so many first round playoff matchups.
Oh my gosh, I lost like 3 different leagues by less than like 7 points. All because Cooper Kupp didn't do anything.
Well, that's what you get for those wide receivers over the age of 30. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times, Jake.
How old's Keenan Allen?
Moving on, Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
You're right. So start Xavier Worthy if you have them both.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Right. Kyler Murray's playing the Rams this week. I obviously talked a little bit about the Rams defense. I know it was back in week 2, but Kyler had his best game of the season against the Rams in week 2. So I know that's far sample size there, but he had 3 touchdowns, 260 yards. And so I like what I've been seeing out of Kyler. Ish. That's why this is one of those that you're just you're playing
this is a good example. What happens if you have Hurts? Like start Kyler.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about that. Rushing upside's a thing, The
rushing upside is huge.
Does Trey McBride get into the end zone?
No.
No? You gonna say no? We'll talk more about that next season. We're gonna talk about that next week. We're gonna talk about that next week about how Trey McBride is going to have 100 catches on the year and no touchdowns. And then my book it is gonna be wrong, but I don't hate it. So it's fine. Don asked Jordan, put you on the spot here. Mike Evans has 818 yards. He needs 182 over the next 2 games. It's 91 a week. Can he do it? Does he do it?
See, listen. I've bet against Mike Williams in the past.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans in the past. And I've been embarrassed.
Say it, Jordan.
But he's not going to do it. History is not on his side.
He's going to do it.
And I got to say consistent.
I like it. He's going to do it. Should you book it? You can book it still.
I already have booked it. I've already
Okay.
booked it. Yeah.
Uh,
That book it is long in the books about that
I think he does
about
it.
that take.
Also, I heard this stat yesterday during the Packers Saints game. Did you know Alvin Kamara has never ran for 1,000 yards?
What?
That's crazy, right? He's never been a 1,000-yard rusher.
Oh, rushing specifically. Okay, all-purpose yards because he's such a prolific pass catcher. I see now.
But still.
on the ground, never 1,000 yards. That is shocking.
It is shocking. You wouldn't expect that. And then last one, Jawan Jennings. He's been a wide receiver too, ever since he's been thrusted into the starting lineup. You should be starting him probably every week. So I don't know if this is cheating. I just feel like people aren't.
He's had a pair of bad weeks. I've had him.
Mm-hmm.
I have him in a couple of leagues, and that stinks because you're of playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But he was coming off, 2 touchdown games, getting in the end zone, double-digit targets. Like that is what he has. Debo's back. That kind of hurts him a little bit, but totally agree with you, Jake. He is a flex play every single week. Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, you should play him. All right, guys. There we have it. Championship week. It's a big week. Jordan, how many are you going to win? You going to win that
Well,
one
I'm only
league?
in the finals in one, and I'm definitely going to win it. Yeah.
Jordan, quick question. Commanders and Falcons have been flexed to Sunday night. Which rookie quarterback takes the spotlight? It's Jaden Daniels.
It's Jaden Daniels.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I like Penix. Like I'm excited about Penix.
Yeah.
There's just so much drama. You shouldn't have done it, but I like it. I love the drama.
I agree.
It's a great football week.
It
I'm
is a
so
good
excited.
football. It's a good week. It's a good last fantasy football week. So enjoy it. Have a great holiday. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy Hanukkah. Sorry, my
Hanukkah
dog.
does start tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hi. My dog's joining us over. Okay.
Dog's
All
joining
right.
the.
All right. You
Dog's
say hi.
joining the
Lizzie,
pod,
say
yeah.
hi. Enjoy it. Jordan, big plans?
No, low key.
Low key.
This
Hey,
week,
low key
so.
is fine. All right, guys. We will be back for the last show next week. So hold off your tears. And then hopefully we'll be coming back with a bunch of championships. So until then, Jordan, you got anything else you want to say?
No, happy holidays, everyone.